Hello, and welcome to Story Retold, the channel that celebrates great games with great stories. I'm Calina, and this is my gamer life. I'd like to introduce my gaming buddy. This is Player 3, as we've been referring to him ever since we found out we were pregnant. All past videos that you've seen was actually when I was pregnant. All those videos are pregnant videos. You just didn't see it because you only saw like me up here. This is Cassian Devereaux. The way we picked out his... Well, this guy was actually full of surprises. The way we picked out his name, we were playing with all kinds of different names. We wanted a nerdy name, but that wasn't too obvious and too weird and too far out there. Cassian is actually a Catholic saint, which we found out later, but we were going for the Rogue One character played by Diego? Is that his name? I don't remember. But Cassian from Rogue One. We loved the name. It's easy enough to pronounce, spell. When you see it, you can pretty much pronounce it. It can only be pronounced two different ways. And Devereaux, I just stumbled across it on the internet. Someone's last name. But I also realized that it's also the last name of Lord Nicholas Devereaux from The Princess Diaries too, which we didn't realize until after he was born. So, whew, it's an okay character. It's a good character. Chris Pine's a great actor. I was very, very blessed to have a perfectly normal, healthy pregnancy, considering that in my past I have had a lot of health problems. So this was a huge blessing. We found out in month 4 that we were pregnant, my husband and I. We were surprised, but we were also going to leave the gender a surprise. So we calculated the due date to be in February of 2019. However, with the first initial ultrasounds, it was showing up as 2 different heartbeats, and we were seeing 2 different heads, or so we thought. So for about 2 weeks, we thought we were having twins, and I felt like movement in 2 different places of my stomach, so we thought, okay, yeah, it's gotta be twins. It can't be that far along for one kid to be that long. And then we got the 20-week ultrasound done by a really high-tech machine, great professional doctors, and they confirmed it's only 1 kid. And actually, he or she is a lot further along than we thought. Due date is now December 22nd, 2018. This little guy has just been full of surprises. First we thought it was going to be February, then we thought twins, then we thought December 22nd, and we don't even know what the gender is. So full of surprises. We decided to do a home birth, just giving birth at home with a midwife, because I was considered low risk. Yay! We liked the statistics, and we liked the idea of the comfort level of being at home, and we found a great midwife through a family friend. Anne is her name. We were doing plenty of checkups with her. Everything was going great, and she anticipated a due date of like the 27th, just because I'm a first-time mom. Are we waking up? We might be getting hungry again. Yeah. Big yawn. My goodness. So I planned maternity leave through work. Keep your hat on, buddy. After a lot of Braxton Hicks through like a few months, I had no idea, though, no clue that that my water was going to break at 11:45 p.m. December 11th. So a little bit early. We called Anne, the midwife, and she said, "Okay, it might take a while, through the labor. So do what you can for this first stage in getting rest. Call me when the contractions start becoming so intense that you can't ignore them." So we crawled back into bed, and after 5 minutes and 2 contractions later, I was like, even though I have a high tolerance to pain, I can't sleep through these contractions. So I went and I crashed on the couch, but I wasn't able to sleep. So about an hour later, only an hour later after my water broke, I was like to my husband, "Call Anne. We need Anne," because the contractions were getting harder, and this was like level 2 of the whole labor. And level 2 is a little bit more intense with contractions, and I got sick. I lost dinner a few times. Is that so? And that to me was the worst part of the labor. And then suddenly, so Anne was on her way with her assistant Alyssa. Then the pushing contractions started. And I'm thinking, oh no, the baby's coming soon and she's not here yet. She finally arrived and she came over to take a look at me. Alyssa was starting to get stuff set up. She took one look at me and said to Dad, see that? The baby's crowning. Baby's coming. And I'm thinking, wow, that was fast. And then midwife Anne, she was like, Alyssa, we don't have time for the pool. We don't have time for anything else. Go get the pads. Go get the equipment. We're doing this now. We're going to catch a baby. I was pushing again. I continued to push. She said, Dad, you want to catch the baby? And he started to step in and get ready to catch this little guy. And then Anne jumped in suddenly. He's like, oh, wait. She pushed the baby back in and then told me to push. And I didn't realize that at that time, just not to panic me, but what was going on is that she noticed him coming out with his hand like this on his face. And she knew that if he was going to come out like that, he was going to move his elbow up, and I could have torn. I could have had a tear down there. So she pushed him back in, swiped his hand away from his face, so it's gone like this. 2 pushes later, he came out, and we were totally surprised. Oh, he had the cord wrapped around his neck, but she very fastly moved that out of the way, and he was perfectly fine. He came out with a couple of wails. He was crying just a little bit. She gave the baby to Dad. I pushed out the placenta. Sorry, TMI. And then he was born. It only took 8 pushes or so to get him out. It was actually a little bit easier than I thought. Yes, it was super challenging. I think the worst part of the whole labor was level 2 when I was sick. But level 3 pushing was a bit of a relief. And so that was good. And it's like the body was doing it on its own, which is fantastic. It was a great design, the way women are built, and the whole system just works to help make these guys and get them out. And I'm a really tiny person, and a lot of my family members were afraid that I wouldn't be able to get him through, but it was fine. It was perfectly fine. And with my bionic hips, it made it even easier because I wasn't in pain from my arthritis that I had before hip replacement. We were surprised it was a boy. A lot of us were thinking it was going to be a girl, but that's fine. We were prepared for gender-neutral bedroom and clothes. He was born, and we were very happy to use the cool name that we had picked out for boys, Cassian Devereaux. And somebody's waking up. So he's an early Christmas present to us. So yeah, I was only in labor for 3 hours and 20 minutes. He was born at 3:04 a.m. December 12th. And a big shout out to Her Interactive in the Nancy Drew community. And thank you for the great gifts that you guys have given me. I think I'll go take care of this food thing now. That would be pretty good. Let me take off your hat so you can see the fabulous hairdo. Oh, he's got hair. So he was born 6 pounds, 7 ounces, and he was 20 inches long, which is pretty long for a baby. So he's a long one, which means there's hope for him to be taller than me. I'm only 4'11". Daddy's 5'8", 5'9". He was born perfectly healthy. The midwife checked him out, looked him over, conducted a few little experiments and tests to make sure things were working, his reflexes, and looked at his eyes. He got a little bit of vitamins in him. About an hour or 2 later, after he was born and checked out, the midwife helped get us back into bed. And on the way to the bedroom, I kind of fainted because I was a bit worn out. But the midwife was there. She knew what to do. She lowered me to the ground and brought up my legs, get my blood circulation going again, and got to bed. It was like 5 or 6 in the morning. I was too excited and a bit of a shock and adrenaline rush from everything happening. So I wasn't really able to have a deep sleep, but I did cat nap. Daddy was wide awake, doing things around the house, trying to keep busy. So Daddy's been a big help. And so he's only a week and a day old when you see this video. It has been really exciting. Huge blessing that he's perfectly healthy and that I went through a great a great pregnancy and a labor. And I know it's different for all moms out there, for every pregnancy, too. Also, a big shout out to one of the fans in the Nancy Drew community for this hand-knitted little stuffed toy cat, which I lovingly named Suki after the robotic cat from Nancy Drew. Shout out to Water's Edge. Oh, we're opening up our eyes. Are you going to smile for the camera? I know the lights are a little bit bright. Oh, my goodness. Achievement unlocked. Become a mom. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. I plan on having Kaz with me in future gaming streams, you know, just chilling out next to me. Maybe we'll do some fun little kid games in the future. I will see you next time. In the meantime, be good agents of good storytelling. See ya.